Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, welcome to today's video where I'm going to do a DIY Ayurvedic Plus hair oil. Hi, I'm Healy Means. Welcome and welcome back to my channel where we judge products, not people. For today's video, I am going to use this canning jar. I think this is 16 ounces. I always make sure that I use something with an airtight lid, and I prefer glass in this case over plastic. I have various measuring spoons and cups, and then of course I have my ingredients. I make this oil about twice a year, and I didn't record it the last time, so since I was making a new batch, I figured let me go ahead and record it this time. I'm going to start off with my oils. I am going to add my botanicals and Ayurvedic ingredients, and then I will top it off with my essential oils. I'm going to start off using the 1/3 measuring cup. Because this is smaller than the jar I usually use, I don't want to use too much oils because then it'll fill up too quickly. If after adding all of my ingredients, I have a little room left, I may or may not add more oils or ingredients. So I'm going to add a 1/3 cup of coconut oil. One-third cup of olive oil. One-third cup of sweet almond oil. And 1/3 of jojoba oil, which is not actually an oil. Jojoba is a wax. Now these next few oils, I am going to go down into using the tablespoons because I'm already more than halfway up and I still haven't added any of my Ayurvedic ingredients. I'm going to add, let's see, 1 tablespoon of black seed oil. People know this as black cumin oil or Nigella sativa oil. This is very good for internal and external use. It is said to be the cure for everything except death. And I don't know about that, but I am hoping that it is gonna be a good additive to my Ayurvedic hair oil. I'm also gonna add a tablespoon of neem seed oil. And this is thick, it's on the heavier side. So that's definitely something I gotta make sure that I stir in. And I'm going to add a tablespoon of Jamaican black castor oil. And the neem seed and the castor oil are the heavier oils of what I've added so far. But everything is gonna mix in. Now I'm going to add my Ayurvedic and other ingredients. I'm going to do these in 1 tablespoon increments. I'll start off with a tablespoon of Peppermint powder. A tablespoon of Fenugreek powder. A tablespoon of amla powder. And this is kind of clumpy but it will dissolve. That wasn't quite all right. Although I did put neem oil, I'm going to add a tablespoon of neem powder. A tablespoon of hibiscus flowers that I ground up into a powder. And hibiscus is really good for the hair. I believe I have some descriptions of some, if not all, of these ingredients in my Ayurvedic video. So if you want to check that out, please do that. I'm going to add some fenugreek. These are seeds that I ground into a powder. So a tablespoon of this. And because this is all going to get filtered after I use it, I'm not too concerned with it being like a perfect powder. For the Msm powder, I am going to use 1/2 of a teaspoon. This is very potent, and it's something that you want to start out with small and work your way up. I actually could have even started with 1/4 of a teaspoon, but 1/2 of a teaspoon will do for this batch of hair oil. Instead of using henna, I'm going to use Castor Ayurveda, and it is basically the benefits of henna without the color change. And I'm not interested in changing the color of my hair per se, so we're going to use the Castor instead of the henna. 1 tablespoon of that. I'm also going to add 1 tablespoon of tulsi, better known as holy basil. And this is also good. And these ingredients are not just good for the hair follicles or the hair itself, but also for the skin and your scalp. I have some yellow mustard seeds that I just ground into a powder. So I'm going to add a tablespoon of yellow mustard seed. And so far, this is what we have. Now, the last thing that I add, and sometimes I wait until right before I'm going to use it, but for the sake of this video, I'm going to add them now. And it's going to be my essential oils. Some of these have droppers and some of them don't. So for the ones that don't have droppers, for rosemary, I'm going to add just 1/2 teaspoon. A little bit less than 1/2 teaspoon because rosemary is very strong, and essential oils are very potent. So less is more, a little goes a long way, all of that kind of stuff. For tea tree oil, since this one has a dropper, I'm going to do 20 drops of tea tree oil. All right, and that's about 20. And you have to be careful, even with the essential oils that have droppers. Some of the droppers dispense quicker than others, so you want to keep an eye on that. I'm also going to do 1/2 teaspoon of peppermint oil. And I'm just about out of this. This is just shy of 1/2 teaspoon, but peppermint is pretty strong, so this is going to do all right. I have carrot seed oil. And this one has a dropper, so 20 drops of carrot seed oil. That one dropped a little bit slower. I also have sage. So I'll do 20 drops of sage. All right. And then the last one I'm going to do is basil. And if you can tell by what I am using, this is going to be a very earthy smelling oil. So this is something that I will probably be doing massages with, or like pre-poo or oil treatments. This is not something I'm going to put in my hair and then go out the door with. And this one is taking a little while to drop out. There it is. All right. And if I didn't get 20 exactly, you know, about 20, you know, is good. And all of this is definitely the amounts, the ingredients that you use are definitely for your preference. Okay, I'm back with my stirring spoon, and this is just a long handle ice cream spoon. And I like these because it allows me to get all the way down into the jar, and then I still have a good amount of handle of the spoon, you know, to work with. So I'm going to slowly just stir these ingredients together. And once I stir them up to my liking, I am going to put on the lid. And this is actually going to sit outside, and it'll be exposed to the sun for, I will probably sit it out there, honestly, for probably about a month. I'll go out and shake it twice a day for the first week, and then once a day for the next 2 weeks. And then for the final week, I'll shake it maybe every other day. I don't want to shake it 2 to 3 days before I sieve it. Because I want to work with the sediment of the ingredients being at the bottom and the oils being at the top. So that's just a little something that I learned a while back. This is about enough. I just want to make sure that I have everything mixed in. So the oils, the essential oils, all of my Ayurvedic ingredients and botanicals. I just want to make sure everything is mixed in together very well. And this smells very earthy. You definitely can smell the neem oil, which has a strong scent. I smell a little bit of the basil and the peppermint oil, but mostly it smells very earthy. I am going to put a top on this. Sometimes I'll put this in like a brown paper bag, or I'll cover it just with a light covering of anything. It doesn't matter. This is airtight. I make sure I screw it on real tight, and you just want to make sure that nothing gets in the jar. You can also sit it in your window, but the way my house is positioned, I don't really have a window that gets direct sunlight for enough hours of the day. So that's why I'm going to sit mine outside, where it'll get direct sunlight. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. I will check back with you in about a month when I bring this inside and filter out the oil from the ingredients. This will be very potent, so probably when I use it, I will actually dilute this oil with a carrier oil, probably coconut oil, maybe grapeseed oil, something light. But this is very potent. But yep, that's all I have for today. Thank you for watching the video. Remember to like, share, subscribe, click the notifications bell. Comment and let me know if you are a DIYer for your own hair, or are you more comfortable just purchasing from the store or from another DIYer. And let me know what you think about the ingredients that I put in this batch. Every time I make this oil, I use different ingredients. It depends on what I have on hand, what phase my hair is going through at the time, but it's different every time. And I almost never record or write down the ingredients. So this video will serve as my base recipe for this oil. And then I will switch it up and change it, you know, as I need to. But again, thanks for watching. Have a great day. Be safe, be well, and be blessed. Until next time.